All right, today we are cracking open the blueprints for one of the fastest blockchains in the entire world, Solana. We're going to figure out what makes it tick, exploring the core architecture that makes it all possible. And hey, this explainer comes to you from the folks at Forge College. You can find a ton more deep dives just like this over at forge.college. So, let's get into it.
So how in the world does Solana handle this just staggering number of transactions so fast? Well, the key is to stop thinking about it like a busy highway with cars jamming up the lanes. Instead, I want you to picture a super efficient factory with a perfectly designed assembly line. Seriously, if you can get that one idea in your head, everything else is going to click into place. Okay, so before we actually tour the factory floor, let's take a quick look at the master plan. See, every single piece of Solana's architecture, every gear, every conveyor belt, was engineered with a really specific set of goals in mind. What's so cool here is how these 4 goals basically dictate the entire blueprint of the factory. First up, maximize transaction throughput. That's just a fancy way of saying get as many packages through the line per second as humanly possible. Second, minimize end-to-end latency. You want the time it takes for a package to go from the front door to the back door to be incredibly short. Third, and this is the real secret sauce, enable parallel transaction execution. We'll come back to this, but it's like having multiple assembly lines running at once. And finally, you've got to preserve a predictable, auditable ledger, right? You need to make sure every single package is accounted for with a perfect, tamper-proof record. These aren't just wishes. They are the absolute core engineering principles of this whole operation.
All right, so let's make it official. Let's introduce our mental model for today. I want you to forget about code just for a minute. We are going to visualize Solana's entire process as a high-performance assembly line built for one thing and one thing only: processing transactions at an absolutely incredible speed.
That is the perfect question. You know, if we were to just unroll the blueprints for this factory right here on the table, what would we actually see? Let's take a look at the master schematic. And here it is. This schematic shows the flow perfectly. Over on the left, you've got intake. That's where the raw materials, our transactions, first show up. Then they travel down this single line, going through all these specialized stations, and they pop out on the right as packaging, which is a finalized permanent block on the ledger. It's just a clean, efficient path from the very start to the very end.
Okay, now let's zoom in a bit. What are these stations exactly? This next part is basically our Rosetta Stone. It's going to translate our factory metaphor directly into the core tech functions of the Solana network.
Okay, let's break this down. At intake and stamping, the lead validator gives each transaction a unique timestamp, kind of like a foreman stamping a package with the time it arrived. That's proof of history. Then, the distribution conveyors, that's the network just broadcasting these stamped transactions out to everybody, super fast. Then, we hit the parallel workers. This is where validators execute a whole bunch of non-conflicting transactions all at the same time. Quality control is the voting stage, where all the validators check the work and agree on it. And finally, packaging. That's when the transaction is marked as final and gets added to the ledger for good. See, every factory stage has a direct technical counterpart.
Now this is all great in theory, but to really get it, let's follow one single transaction on its journey down our assembly line, right from the moment a user decides to make it happen.
Let's trace this journey. First, a user builds and signs a transaction in their wallet. Second, they hit send, and it gets submitted to the network. Third, it hits that ordering station, our factory's intake, where the leader stamps it. Fourth, it's put on the distribution conveyors and sent out to all the validators to get to work. Fifth is voting. That's our quality control step, where validators agree that it's legit. And finally, once it gets enough votes, it's finalized, packaged up, and added to the permanent ledger. Done.
Now, I told you we'd come back to this. The absolute masterstroke, the genius of this entire factory design is its ability to do a whole bunch of things at once. This is the parallelism payoff.
So most blockchains work serially. That's the single-lane road you see on the left, one transaction at a time. It's a traffic jam. Solana, though, is built for parallel work. It's like the multi-lane superhighway on the right, processing tons of independent transactions all at the same time. This isn't just a small upgrade, it is a fundamental shift in how you design a blockchain, and it's the source of Solana's incredible throughput. But, and this is a really crucial but, there's a catch. This parallelism only gives you those massive speed gains when transactions touch what's called disjoint state. Back in our factory, this means the parallel workers can't all be trying to use the same tool at the same time. In Solana, it means transactions have to be working on different accounts. If you have a bunch of transactions all trying to change the same piece of data, will the system have to force them back into a single file line for those specific tasks? So let's wrap this up. What are the big takeaways?
First, Solana's architecture is totally obsessed with its goals of speed and parallelism. Second, thinking of it as an assembly line is a fantastic way to understand the whole flow. Third, it is so important to remember that ordering, broadcasting, and executing are all separate stages in the line. And finally, unlocking Solana's true power is really up to developers creating transactions that can actually be run in parallel.
So we've had a great high-level tour of the factory floor. We've seen the blueprint. But what about the specific machines at each station? Are you ready to pop the hood and see how the validator roles and all the runtime components actually work? We are absolutely going to dive into those machines in our next explainer. Thanks so much for joining me for this overview. This has been a production of Forge College. And hey, if you want to learn more about Solana or other Web3 topics, you have to visit forge.college. I'll see you next time.